Hello everybody, Bruce Elgort from Computer Technology here to give you a replay of a presentation that I recently gave to a unit meeting at Clark College. Now, everything that I'm about to show you is available for you if you click on this link. Well, if you go to this link, it'll bring up a Dropbox folder with a table of contents that will tell you what each of the items in the Dropbox folder is, okay? So just know that you have access to everything that I'm showing you in my presentation. And again, stop and pause the video right here if you want to write down that URL. I'll give you a second. Okay, so let's carry on. That was a quick second, wasn't it? So I'm going to move on, and I'm here today to talk to you about three things. One is something that I've developed called Clickable Zoom Recording Transcripts for Canvas. The second thing is how I've been using Tilt, which is the transparency in learning and teaching, scaffolding, framework, whatever you want to call it, methodology, for improving your assignments. And lastly, I'll be talking to you about Syllabi 2.0, or what I call Syllabi 2.0, and that's kind of improving on the classic syllabus, all right? Before I get started, I wanted to share with you the demographics of students in the web development program at Clark College. And again, this is data from January 2021. I've yet to pull it for January 2022, but I'm guessing that it's going to be relatively the same as that data that you see right there. All right. So feel free to pause the video at any time, and also know that you can contact me through email if you have any questions whatsoever. Please know that I'm here to help. So let's talk about what I call Clickable Zoom Recording Transcripts for Canvas. Now, I'm assuming that if you're teaching online or remote, you may have a video component to your course. I know that I do, and what I discovered is that while it's good to record and make your classes available to students within Canvas, that students kind of have to go into the video and search within the video for specific content or topics that you covered. And when a student would go search for material inside of Canvas, any of the spoken words in class wouldn't be available via the search. So with the clickable transcript tool that I developed, you can create what I call a clickable transcript, and you can add it to any Canvas page that you would like. And with this, once you have that transcript on a page inside a Canvas within a course, you can then make any of the words that were spoken during that class searchable within a Canvas course. Now, to access the clickable transcript tool, you can go to this bit.ly address, which is bit.ly/captions, the number 2, and the letters HTML. Again, bit.ly/captions to HTML. And I'm going to click on this for a second. I'm not going to go into an actual demo of the site, but please know that the site has, if you know what you're doing and you've used it before, you can get started right away right here. But please know that if you don't know how to use this, I teach you how. All right? And again, if you ever have any questions, my contact information is somewhere right here, developed by Bruce Elgort, and if you click on that, you'll be able to shoot me an email, all right? So I'm not going to go through this, but I'm going to show you what the results are, All right, so I'm going to head back to my my slide, and again, bit.ly/captions to HTML, and again, this is also in the table of contents in that Dropbox folder that I showed you earlier. All right, so here is the site that I was just on, and you can see on the lower left-hand side 3 arrows, and these 3 arrows here indicate the information that you need to provide it in order to generate the clickable transcript. And again, the clickable transcript is going to come from, again, if you're doing this in your course currently, when you launch Zoom and you record the presentation, actually it's, I think, automatically set to record for you, it'll place that Zoom recording into what we call Panopto, which is a service inside of Canvas. So that video has a URL, which is an address to that specific course recording, and you're going to need to get that following the instructions I provide you on the right side of the screen where my mouse is circling. The next thing you're going to provide it is what we call a closed caption file, and again, this comes from Panopto, which is in Canvas, and again, it's described on how to access that right here. And then when you click the button right there, the Generate HTML, what happens is it takes that URL, it takes the closed caption file, it runs some code that I wrote, and then it will place in this gray box on the upper right what we call HTML, or hypertext markup language. Think of HTML as the ingredients, right, that make a web page, much in the same way that if you're eating one of the delicious pastries from Chef Allison's culinary program, right? All those ingredients produce a delicious pastry for you to eat. And that's kind of what this HTML here is, all right? So you'll click the button there, it will copy all of that, all those ingredients, all of that HTML to your computer's clipboard, its memory, and then you're going to go into Canvas and you're going to, this happens to be one of my class recording pages, and you're going to edit your page, and then there's a little, I don't have a picture of it here, but there is a way, and again, it's in the instructions that I provide on the site. You'll just paste in the clickable transcript at the bottom of the page. So now, with all of this text from your class recording, or your meeting recording for that matter, it now becomes searchable within the Canvas course. And on the next page here, I show you in the upper right that when I was teaching a lesson on creating functions in programming, we were learning how to do that using the song Happy Birthday. So in the upper right, I typed in the words Happy Birthday, and now if you see here this box with the arrow pointing down at it, it shows you which Module 8 Tuesday class recording, and it actually tells you at what time that those words were spoken, and if you click on it, it's going to take you to that page where those words were spoken, and then you can click on that link. It'll take you right to the spot in the recording. All right? So again, if you have any questions about this clickable transcript tool, let me know. And it's going to soon work with YouTube videos. So if you're not using Zoom and Panopto in Canvas, and maybe you're recording to YouTube, just know that this tool will soon support YouTube videos as well, and make the spoken words within your course video available to the Canvas search tool. All right, next up, TILT, Transparency in Learning and Teaching. I began my tilting journey back when, well, I didn't really begin it. I learned about it at a teaching and learning day a few years back. Maybe it was 3 years ago. I don't remember. But the purpose of the tilt and the scaffolding that it provides is to make assignments more meaningful and impactful for all students. It's meant to close equity gaps as they pertain to assignments, and you're able to create transformative assignments that students really crave. Professor Adam Coleman in computer technology, Professor Bill Baker, and myself started tilting assignments almost about a year and a half ago, and we have not looked back. It's very addictive, at least for the three of us, because we're getting less questions about assignments. So there are a lot of resources available to you besides Adam, Bill, and myself, and all of these items listed here on this slide are available to you in the slide deck. Actually, in the at that link that I have in the upper right, this link right here, and it's a video by Professor Jill Darley-Vanis. There is a tilt template in Microsoft Word that I actually started with. There's a research article on the success of tilt, and there's another asset here, tilt in higher education. It's another thing that you can, you can sign up for through eLearning, a series of 300 level courses. You probably should take that because they're really good. Again, contact Adam Coleman, myself, and actually Bill Baker, and you can look them up in the directory within Outlook. All right, so let's take a look at what I've done. Whoops, I didn't want that. Let's go here, click here. All right, so again, I just wanted to let you know more that eLearning has training for tilt, and they are these 300 level courses. Introduction to Active Delivery offered for the first time. Actually, was it 2021? I think that was. I think, but I'll verify that and include it in the table of contents. All right. So eLearning 301 is a workshop for our active delivery certification, which is completing these five workshops. And I know tilting is part of this. All right. And again, stipends are available as well. And you can contact eLearning at clark.edu for more information. So I rolled out tilt about a year and a half ago, and as you can see here, it may be a little bit difficult to read, but this is just some feedback from students that was randomly shared. Here's 3 students in I think this was my one of my coding classes, and they really dug it. And I think I have probably close to 100 assignments that I've tilted, and in a minute I'll show you something that I can help you with. So here is the Word document that is provided to you, and again, it may look like a lot, but this is to help you get started with the scaffolding, right? The structure of what tilting an assignment is about, and what the various sections of a tilted assignment are. All right. So here are some examples of assignments that I've tilted. You can see a due date, a purpose, the tasks here, and the criteria for success. This is a very basic assignment. And then on the right, you can start to see how I list some purpose and skills and knowledge and the tasks one by one. Okay, and here are some more. Actually, this is a continuation of the same one. And just know that I have a Canvas template, or the what I call a page that I can send to you if you request it. If you just shoot me an email, send me an email, I'd be happy to send it to you. And you can get all these cool icons and the headings and the gray backgrounds and stuff, and you can start with that. And again, just some more things here on the right. Here is a project number 2 for one of my classes. And my assignments now include video overviews that are closed captioned. And again, the first task is watch a video. And the second task is to download the images, for the web page. And it just carries on, and I go into more and more detail about what's asked for. And again, just here's another one with a continuation of the tasks and the criteria for a success. All right. Again, here is a Canvas page that I would be happy to send to you. Just ask me via an email. Belgort@clark.edu. That's BELGORT @clark.edu, and I'll send it to you in Canvas so you can fill in all the things and start tilting. All right? So let's carry on. Syllabi 2.0. I don't have many bullets here, but we all know what syllabi are, and how maybe bland they typically are. So what I decided to do is I'm not going to say tilt, but maybe it is tilting my syllabus. And as you can see here, I provide a table of contents. I know it's a lot of pages right now, but I'm going to work on refining that to focus on just the core information that's specific to my course. And all of our syllabi typically have the same information, so I'm trying to figure out, how to, separate that and make it like, a common thing. But I start off with what is a syllabus, all right? And I did a poll a few years ago, and I was amazed. Well, maybe I wasn't amazed. I was. It was interesting to see how few of my students knew what a syllabus was and what the purpose of it was. So I just started going off here, and modifying my course description, and I started including, just some fun information about myself. I included my teaching philosophy, and again, this is kind of from a different syllabus here on the right, but I try to make it more like a story that they were. Again, I got a lot of good feedback about these things. So consider, improving your syllabi by, blowing them up, right? Start from scratch. And that's kind of what I did here. And there are some samples of my syllabi in that folder that I shared at the beginning of my presentation. Now, if you have questions, if you have feedback, let me know. Contact me. Belgort@clark.edu, BELGORT @clark.edu, and I'll be sure to get any and all questions answered. And if you have feedback about this presentation, or maybe you would like to schedule some time with me so we can collaborate, I'd really love to do that. So thank you everybody for watching this video, and if you're interested, this is just some information about me and my journey at Clark College and everything that came prior to me joining Clark College in 2012. Thanks again for watching, and have a wonderful day.